Yo, what's up? It's your boy Currency 365. Hope you guys are doing well. Legends never die, they stay in our hearts. If you want to support us, click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and also you can come down here and hit the join button under the video or in our channel section. And you can also join our Patreon, patreon.com/currency365. And we also have Cash App and also PayPal for supports if you want to sow some seeds. Peace out. God bless. Enjoy the video and keep the movement going. Legends. Bye. All right, all right. Welcome back to Currency 365. Hope you guys are doing well. All right, so I'm going to post this on my Eyes Over Media channel and Currency 365 so that there's no confusion at all. You know what I mean? Because I already know that some people that believe that I'm Dorsey are going to be saying, are going to start spreading rumors like, oh, Currency's thinking of joining, the Masonry and stuff. And I try to find a dark picture, you know what I mean, to represent, joining secret societies and things like that, because that's basically what you're doing when you do join them. You're going into darkness. You're going from the light of God into the secret society worlds of secrecy and darkness and rituals and all types of sacrifices and blood sacrifices and all types of demonic stuff, right? And you have to keep the oaths and the secrecy, right? And God, works in the complete opposite. He's light. He is open. You can go to him for anything. There's no sorrows. There's no, when you make money, there's no, you don't have to do things to keep that money. God lets you have free will. It's completely different when you go into when you do these things, right? When you go into secret societies, you become a puppet, right? And that's why I call these people puppets. I say stay away from Hollywood, and I say these guys are what? They're Illuminati pup. They're not in the Illuminati. They're puppets to the Illuminati, right? And so they're being used by the cabal, by the Bilderberg groups, by the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers and families and stuff, and all of the big name families and the central bankers around the world, right? And the entities above the central banker. We're not going to talk about that, but because a lot of you guys don't believe in that stuff, but yeah. Yeah, it's interesting that that many people don't believe in a lot of the stuff, but yet the elites talk about it all the time. This is normal life to them. When Benny used to go to the meetings, the elite meetings, they used to talk about all these things all the time. It's normal to them, right? It's normal for people like me, right? And yet, like when we try to explain these things to everybody, it's almost as if you're talking alien, you know. And so it's really weird. It's really weird that people can live 30, 40, 50 years, 70 years, and still think that things like this doesn't even exist. It's like, where you been? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what have you done all your life? Like maybe you didn't care, but I mean, I would care about the things that are going on that are affecting my growth, my way to make wealth, why things are happening around the world. I would care about stuff like that. These people affect all of these things. You wonder why this people don't have clean water over here. When you're looking, well, you know who those people are now. When you really do your research and you start studying these things, you know who's affecting billions of people worldwide. You know who these people are now. The central bankers run the world, because who controls the money controls everything, right? But all that they have their minions and they have the CCP and they have the U.S. government and the UK governments and the European governments and all their entities, three-letter entities, all that and all of the people who pledge to all these things to the side of darkness, right? And then the entities above them, right? That are from other places, but we're not going to get into that, right? but it's very interesting that people, a lot of people still walk around not knowing any of this information, and know don't and are wondering why the world is the way it is, and why can't things happen? Why can't homeless people be have shelter? And why do we have homeless people? Why do we have to pay for electricity? Why do we have to do when things are free on the earth? Right? Food is free on the earth. Everybody can grow seeds or plant seeds and grow food, but they have created this earth, or they have created systems to make you have to pay for things that are actually free on the earth, to enrich them, to keep them above you, to keep you in a slave mentality, right? To keep control over you. You have to pay for electricity. You have to pay for food. All these things are free on the earth, right? And so you have to pay for water and stuff. Like, it's crazy, right? It's crazy, right? So and then they created, water bottles, and now you drink water out of plastic, which is poisonous, right, and dangerous. It affects your body. It's plastic polluting your body, polluting your systems, right? Now you have digestion problems because you got thousands of plastic in your body, right? You're becoming plastic from the inside, right? From drinking water bottles, right? Water out of plastic, and juice out of plastic, and things out of plastic, right? And it's like, and they promote this stuff, and they know that the what plastic can do to you, right? And it's just horrible, right? These are the people we're talking about. Okay, these are the people that are in secret society. These are people that are in the masonries. These are these people. Okay, so it don't matter if you think you're gonna be a good guy or not. You're still a part of of the darkness. It doesn't matter who's good and who's bad in the masonry. You're still in the darkness, right? You're still on your way to hell, right? You're still on your way to hellfire, because you are a part of the secret societies. You're a part that God has nothing to do with this. Yeshua, I mean, I'm pretty sure there's a reason why Yeshua was turning over the tables on the Romans and the papacy and all that stuff, because they were doing all these things, and then they were building secret societies and all this type of nonsense, right? And Christ was not for it. He's in the light. He's not in the darkness. They don't need to be carrying out secrets and doing rituals, sacrifices, and all types of stuff, right? So, I'm making the video because Dorsey was talking about in part six of well, in his video that he did. I broke it into six parts, and part six was he was talking about that's coming out tomorrow. Um, I didn't post that part of Dorsey talking about this, but I'm just letting, but people who went and watched the whole Dorsey series that think Dorsey is me, I'm letting you guys know. Number one, Dorsey is not me. Dorsey Resource is not me. He's another guy named John Dorsey, and he lives in Michigan, and I think he's from Ohio. He lives in Michigan. He works. He's a manager at a security job, and he works night shifts. And he was part of the redemption programs and things like that with the Black Card and um, Pastor King's stuff, seminars and things like that. Okay, that's not me, folks. I haven't worked since almost 8 years. You know what I mean? I keep telling people that, and people are like, "Currency, I thought you didn't work." Well, I see you working on it. It's not me, guy. I don't know how many times I have to say it, right? So, it's ridiculous, right? But it is what it is, man. I know that there's a bunch of new people that come up, and so when they see a video says Dorsey's resource, and it says he's talking about wealth transfer, talking about this or that, they think it's me. They think it's me, Currency 365. When they're new, but old people, even with all the videos I've made, even people that have known me for or been with me for 3 4 years still think I'm Dorsey. They thought I was Benny Wilson. I mean, they thought I was TC. How is that even possible? You hear my voice and then hear their voices, right? we all have pictures too. So it's like it's kind of weird, you know. So but that's that's what it is. They thought they think I'm other people. They think I'm the minister of wellness as well, right? They think I'm Nathaniel Jordan. They think I'm Boyce Watkins and stuff. It's like it's unbelievable. Like people are. It's unbelievable, man. I can't understand it, right? I can't understand it. And it's like it's only happening. It's almost like it's only happening to me, and yet other people have many guesses on their streams, and nobody thinks that there are other people. Even some people that might even look like them, they know the difference, and yet people that don't look nothing like me. I got I got a beard. I got what I mean. Like I got hair. Dorsey's bald. Dorsey has a bald head. I have hair. You know what I mean? Like, so it's kind of, it's just weird. It's just really, my voice is way different than all of their, every single one of their voices is different than mine. TC voice is different than Dorsey's. Benny's voice is what Benny before me and Benny, rest in peace to Benny, but Benny's voice was way high. He had a high pitched voice, right? And Nathaniel Jordan, the minister of wellness, his voice is way different than mine, right? He has a more uh, deep tone, authoritative voice, right? I don't talk in that manner. Sometimes I might talk, in that type of tone. Most of the time, my voice is really laid back, right? My voice is really laid back. I got a laid back voice, right? Um, so it's really weird. It's really weird that I have to do this, but I'm doing it because I know people watch or going to watch Dorsey's video after the series is over, and at some point, and they're gonna see that Dorsey did. I cut that part out. That Dorsey was talking about the masonry, and he has a friend that he knows. You've heard him say this before in some of the videos that he has a friend a guy that he knows that, and I think some of the people that undelegated to in the past from Brad's Validator thought I was Dorsey, and they probably heard him say that he has a friend that's a traveling man, that's a Mason, right? And so people, some people were like, oh my God, Currency has a Mason friends. Oh no, let me undelegate from Brad's Validator. Number one, what does that have to do with Brad? Number two, I'm not Dorsey, so you know what I mean. So so it's kind of weird, right? But um, but so Dorsey was talking about that he has people that are trying to get him into the masonry, and trying to convince him to come on into masonry, and like I said in the beginning of the video, it's all a trick. It's a way to go from the real light, which is Yeshua Hamashiach, King Jesus Christ of Nazareth, to the light of to the fake light of Lucifer, Yadathal, Lucifer, Satan, whatever, however you name, there's a lot of entities, so whatever you want to call him, or one of them, or any of them, there's several of them, right? So and then you have the dragon, you have all types of stuff, right? I've seen a lot of them, so in the spiritual realm. So I fought. I mean, I remember the dream I had where well, actually I can't, I don't know if YouTube will even allow me to say this stuff anymore, because they're gonna say that you're religious hating, so I don't even think I can even say these things anymore. So I'm gonna be careful what I say, but I did fight. I did go to battle against the dragon, and some of you guys know who the dragon is. If you know religion, you know who the dragon is. The dragon represents you I'm not. Let me not even say anything. Okay, let me not say nothing. But I did, in one of my dreams. I did save Donald Trump's life in the dream. Remember that? Remember that dream I had about Donald Trump? I did save his life, and in the dream. So that was really interesting. The dragon, Donald Trump was talking, and like he was in a classroom, and it was we were in the I was in this classroom, or in this media room or something. I think it was a classroom, because they had a board, and then Donald Trump shows up, and it was, oh my God, that's Donald Trump, right? And and this is when there was a lot of prophecies that he was going to be killed, right? They were going to take him out and kill him, right? And so I had to dream about him, and he came in and everybody was like, Donald Trump, Donald Trump. And then he got up to the front of the class and the podium, he was answering questions and stuff. And then all of a sudden, here comes this dragon out of the freaking sea, right? Like, so like the classroom was here, and then like you look right, and then there was like the sea opens up, right? And like the wall is removed, and like there's a sea right there. Like we're at like the classroom's on the ocean or something, right? And then this dragon comes out of nowhere. I'm like, oh snap! So I'm at the blackboard or whiteboard, whatever it was, and I see the stick and the spear, and I just take the spear. I don't know where that came from, right? I take the spear and I take it and I run. Then I see that it's about to kill Donald Trump, and I run towards the spear. I mean, towards the dragon, and then which I was gonna fight before, right? This dragon I've seen before, right? So it's not the first time I've seen this dragon, right? Um, and so I run up to this dragon. I run up to the dragon before it kills Donald Trump, and I strike the dragon, right? I strike the dragon, and when I strike the dragon, um, shreds my chest area, right? And so my shirts, has those like three, like the Hollywood movie where the person has like three rips on the shirt, you know what I mean? And but he he becomes a hero because he kills the enemy or whatever. But he has like three stripes on his shirt or whatever, like Zorro or something like that. You know what I mean? So I had that, right. So the dragon stripes my when I spike it, hit it with the spear and kill it, it strikes my chest area, right. And Donald Trump saved. Donald Trump's like, oh my God, what happened? He was about to get killed by the dragon, and I saved Donald Trump's life. So that was really interesting. That was an interesting dream because Donald Trump's still alive. You know what I mean? So I keep going back to that dream because it's like, how important was that? Because if Donald Trump dies in that dream, we don't know if he's alive today, right? Um, so I think that was a very, very important dream. You know what I mean? And so Donald Trump is still alive, right? And yes, they're gonna try to take him out again, but he will not be on the plane. Okay, so he won't be on there. So they're gonna say everything on the news, but he's not on the plane, folks. He didn't get on. He didn't get on the plane. All right. So whatever you hear, he wasn't on the plane. All right. Don't freak out. Don't cry. Anything. Just remember that he wasn't on the plane. All right. So that's coming at some point. Is it this year? Is it early next year? It's gonna be at some point. But he wasn't on the plane, so don't worry about it. It will crash the markets though. Once this comes out, right? It will crash the markets. America's confidence will be destroyed. People around the world will lose confidence in the dollar in America because of this as well, and things like that. But it's only temporary because he wasn't on the plane, right? So I just want to let you guys know that as well. But anyways, so Dorsey was talking about how people, he has some people trying to get him into the masonry and things like that, and he's thinking about it. He's thinking about joining the Masons and stuff like that. And I believe that Dorsey has hit a wall. I think Dorsey has hit a wall where he's working, and he's still working a 9 to 5 or what he calls a slave plantation job, right? Security at night, graveyard shift. He's tired. He's a manager. He did get elevated to a manager, but and he's hit a wall where he's like, I don't want to do this no more. It's affecting my health, my wealth. And Dorsey's got to a point where I think this is a financial thing where they're telling him, hey, we'll take care of you. You don't have to worry about it. We might even fund you. We will take care of your funding for you. Like, we'll do all these things for you. And I think Dorsey is about to give in to this, and so we need to pray for Dorsey, right? Because the moment, because we're at the brink. So this is how you know we're at the brink of the RV. This is how you know we're at the brink of the of wealth transfer. Because when the enemy comes in like this and says, and comes as the light, but they're actually darkness. and they say, Dorsey, we got you. We're going to take care of you. We need you to join us, man, and be part of us, right? And all these things. We got you. You've been working slave. We'll get you out of your job. You don't need to do anything with your job. We'll take care of you. You got free housing in the lodges and all these things. When the enemy comes in, it's because your breakthrough is right around the corner. When the enemy comes in the most and wants you the most, when you start having dreams and visions of wealth and the enemy is attacking your wealth and the enemy is attacking you this and attacking that, or the enemy wants to keep you in bondage, it's because your breakthrough is around the corner, folks. So instead of Dorsey saying on video, man, I might just join, folks, because life is crazy, and I just, I'm giving up or whatever. I might just join and say for whatever. Your breakthroughs around the corner, Dorsey. That's all that means. That's all that means is that the enemy can see your breakthrough. They can see your wealth transfer. They can see the revaluation of the Iraqi dinar. They can see the ETFs of Bitcoin and of cryptos going completely nuts. They can see Currency 365 giving you your freaking airdrops of lunk worth 100,000 and $1 million next year. They can see these things, Dorsey. They can see these things, everybody. They can see these things in the spiritual realm, and so they're trying to get Dorsey in so that he forfeits everything. He forfeits. So even if he does get these things, he's lost his soul, right? So it doesn't matter. When you lose your soul, wealth doesn't matter. That's why these people in Hollywood are cursed. They got money, but they're cursed because they lost their soul. They gave up their souls to be wealthy and fame. So they don't they don't doesn't matter how much money they could have $1 trillion. It doesn't matter. They're controlled puppets, right? So they have no power. Everything's an illusion, right? And most of these people don't even have the wealth that they say they have, right? It's all an illusion. Every time you see them, they're like, yeah, it's all make believe, it's all acting, it's all an illusion, right? We don't really have this wealth. We're controlled puppets by the record labels, the music industry, the movie industries, all types of the Z word letters. People are control us, right? My accountant controls us. People have said stuff like that. My lawyers control me. They have people who control me 24 hours a day. I can't do anything. So when people are trying to get you in things like this, or trying to get you in the dark, because they see your breakthrough coming for you, and they want to either stop the breakthrough, or they want you to come into darkness. So then when you do get your breakthrough, you're already done, right? You lost your soul, right? What's good of wealth if you don't have your soul? So now you're miserable in the breakthrough, right? So now you get your money, you get everything that you wanted, but you've already sold your soul. You know what I mean? So now you're miserable because you sold your soul. You're like Chris Brown was when he got into the industry, and you see how emotional roller coaster he was. You see how Kanye was. You see how Kanye still is, right? We don't even know that's the real Kanye anymore. We don't even know who is this Kanye right now. You know what I mean? So I mean, they got clones everywhere now, right? But you can see a whole bunch of people when they get into stuff and they have to do these rituals and all these, they get so depressed, right? And it's like they want out so bad, right? But they can't, right? And well, they can, but they get threatened with being killed and all types of stuff, or being exposed for all types of stuff they've done inside of the rituals and all types of the activities and secret activities they do. It's like, well, if you want out, we're gonna show these pictures of you doing your rituals of eating babies and stuff. You know what I mean? Like all types of stuff like that. Like so that's why they stay bonded. They're all under control, right? So this is a video to for the Currency 365 crew, the Eyes of Media crew, that I'm not Dorsey's resource. I'm not John Dorsey, right? And so Dorsey is gonna make that decision with his free will, and I'm just making a video telling you guys that's not me. I'm not joining the Masonry. I'm not doing any of that stuff. I am part of the Yeshua kingdom. I am part of the Abba Elohim kingdom. I'm part of the Holy Spirit Ruach Kadesh kingdom, and we riding this thing out for eternity. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? So, well, I'm not down with any of the stuff. I know that there's a lot of YouTubers that are going through the accession stuff now. And this is why they wear a lot of dark clothes. They wear a lot of black and white now. From all your favorite people, name them. You can watch, look at their videos, look at their thumbnails, look at their pictures. Everything's black and white. Everything's black. And so a bunch of YouTubers are either going through this stuff or they're wannabes and they want to be part of this stuff. And it's almost like as if this is like some type of trend going on. Like it's cool to be down with this darkness and the satanic stuff and all this ritual stuff and all these things, and to wear black and white all over the place and wear dark clothes. And some of these people used to wear nice bright clothing, color and clothes and stuff, and now all of a sudden all they wear is black, black, black and white, black, black, black and white. It's like, jeez, dude, what happened to your wardrobe? Did you have a funeral every day for the last 90 days? You know what I mean? And so some of you guys can go look at the people that you follow, and it's a drastic change in colors. Like, what happened? And what happened is because some of these people are going through the accession of to masonry, and they want to be masons, so they're starting to wear the occultic colors to try to get in. They want somebody to bring them in and things like that. So be careful of a lot of these people on YouTube that are doing these things, because it could, people can bring a lot of curses to you when you're listening to the wrong people and you're listening to people that are part of the darkness, right? So you cover yourself, right? Because some of these people have great information, but they're satanic, right? And so they're secret society people, and they it can bring, it can bring a lot of curses to you. Even though the information is good, it can still bring curses onto your life in other areas, right? So they can bless your finances, but then your marriage is now ruined, and you got, now they curse your marriage, or they curse your health, or they curse other things about you, but you're financially, you're good. So you need to cover yourself when you watch these people's videos, because you don't know who's who, right? And you need to ask God about all these people. Everybody. You need to ask God about everybody, right? And let God confirm it to you 3 times, right? And so it is what it is, right? So, but I'm not joining the masonry, folks. I don't have any plans on doing that. And then tell you the truth, I think they're trying to set Dorsey up, because Dorsey's been talking about these people for years, right? The Illuminati, secret society, all this stuff, and now it's like, oh, they realize Dorsey has a friend that's a traveling man, and now they probably contacted that guy, and they said, get him in, and we'll and they're not telling the guy, okay, well, I'll try to get him in, but they're not telling Dorsey's friend that the moment Dorsey gets in, they're gonna sacrifice him. They're not telling Dorsey's friend that part, right? Oh, Dorsey wants to join us, or he's thinking about joining. Yeah, get him in. And they thinking about all those videos that Dorsey did about them, all those videos that Dorsey said about these guys and how he talked bad about these guys, right? And they're like, yeah, get him in, and we'll take him out immediately, right? So you got to be careful. A lot of people in Hollywood. Have you guys seen all the rappers that are dead in the first 6 months of signing satanic contracts? Yeah, they get you in, and then boom, you're gone, right? So they get you in, and then they sacrifice you immediately, right? Or somebody that thinks you're competition, boom, you're gone, right? So they'll especially if you're bloodline to them, like I'm not gonna say no names, but you guys know what I'm talking about. You've seen it all the time, right? And you're gone, just like that. And we see people get dead. We see rappers die every week now, and a lot of those things are sacrifices, right? They come in, they sign those satanic deal, they think they're gonna be the next Future and Drake and stuff, and they're like, nope, right? We just used you for a sacrifice, right? So you got to be careful, especially if you talk bad about these people in the past, and now they're all of a sudden they want you in. Uh-oh. You better be careful, right? You better be careful, because even your friend that's a traveling man might secretly not like the things that you said about these people in the past, and he's like, yeah, come on in, and he might be the deceiver, right? So he might have the knowledge, but he might have be the deceiver to get you in, and then he might do the sacrifice on you. That's just how these things work, right? And so Dorsey, this is your final, this is your warning, right? Because I'm not going to talk about this anymore. I'm gonna put it on both of my channels so everybody's clear about this. I am not Dorsey's resource. I am Currency 365. Okay, John Dorsey, Dorsey's resource is a different guy. I am not joining the Masons. I am not joining secret societies. If Dorsey does that, then that he's going to do it on his own free will, knowing the consequences, knowing what could happen to him. That's on his own will in accordance. But of course, as kingdom people, we need to be praying for Dorsey that he doesn't do this, and that he sticks that he sticks it out, and he sticks it with Yeshua HaMashiach, with the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, and he gets closer to them, and he has a relationship with them, and he repents for his sins and all his wicked ways, and he gets right, and receives his wealth transfer. That's around the corner, right? And as we're in this Israeli war, that's your sign right there that this thing is about to be over in the Middle East. That's your sign. We got the ETFs coming. That's your sign. The next bull cycle, if they get approved, the next bull cycle is right at your doorstep. Why? There you go. You're financially set free now, right? So the enemy sees this, and so they want to. Hey, Dorsey, come on in. We'll welcome you with open arms, and then secretly like, we're gonna get this guy out of here. So he's not talking about us anymore on YouTube. So be careful, be wise, and understand that these things, this is the world that we live in. It's a very, very dark world, and there's a lot of people out here that are deceivers, and but thank God we have a few people that are actually true friends, true people who care about the kingdom, care about people, and are brave enough to speak about these types of things. And it is what it is. Peace out. God bless. I'll see you guys in the next video. Eyes open and stay on the path of righteousness, holiness, Yeshua HaMashiach, Holy Spirit, Ruach Kadesh, and the Father, Abba Elohim. That's the only way. That is the right path. That is the path for wealth, healing, holiness, and eternity in the kingdom. Peace out. God bless. Bye.